It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the pledge of allegiance on the 4th of July. It's the handwritten letters from home. It's the sleepless nights alone. Newborn baby you left at your wife. It's the red, white, and blue lay down his life. It's the red, white, and blue while these stars in the stripe. From the hills of Indiana, from the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California. Mr. Red, White, and Blue lay down his life. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, while these stars in the stripes.
Battle on the Homefront. We're here this week with my man Kevin Batchelor. How are you, brother?
Good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Give me a little backstory, time in service, and we'll start rocking from there. I think you got a really great story, amazing story, and
Okay. So I'm originally from Wyoming. Grew up in a small town called Riverton. Didn't really have a whole lot of prospects coming out of high school, so the Navy recruiter was the first one to call. So I talked to him. Really, just it was the quickest path out of the town. So that's what I did. You know, it's most 18-year-olds. You don't really know what you're going to do, but I joined I was going to do the first 4 and get out, but I liked it. Was traveling around, seeing the world, so I ended up making a career out of it. So really started out working on. I was an AT, aviation electronics technician, so I was working on radar components from the S3s. So I did a couple of deployments there. Went on to become an air crewman, and that's how I ended up in Oklahoma as in-flight tech for the E6 planes that you see flying around here. Left there, went back to Jacksonville, Florida for some shore duty, and after that it was just bouncing around for the last about 10 years. We moved every 2 years. I went out to Point Magoo, worked with E2s. The Hawkeyes did a deployment. It was actually I was actually on the Ronald Reagan when the earthquake and tsunami hit Japan. So
you have to aid there?
Yeah. We were actually supposed to pull into South Korea the next day, but that obviously got canceled, and we spent a couple weeks doing a bunch of human assistance missions, dealing with the radiation cloud. Had to decontaminate the ship, aircraft, all that good stuff. So we were living that dream for a while.
So if an Army recruiter came in and was like, "Man, you can be Army infantry," would you just first thing you went to?
Well, I'm not really 100% sure on that, because I don't know if that would have been what I wanted to do. I just really what I wanted to work on airplanes. Yeah. I wanted to become a pilot, but I had no clue what that
the
really
real
entailed.
process of that.
Yeah,
I think everybody goes in there and they're like, "I'm being on an F-16 fighter jet."
Yeah, and
that's not what happens.
That's funny. That's what I told the recruiter the first time we talked. I was like, "Well, I don't really know." I said, "I kind of want to fly airplanes for the Air Force," and he's like, "Do you even know what it takes to become a pilot or anything?" I said, "No, not really." Yeah. So he kind of called me on my bluff.
You want to hear what you want to hear what the best joke ever is?
What's that?
The Air Force.
That's funny. That's a good one.
All right, so you got out, went Navy.
Yep.
What was transition? What was transition like? And
so I ended up doing the 21 years and retired. Transition was some ways stressful, but some ways, I kind of, I guess, played it smart, and I lined myself up. I got my education while I was in, finished my MBA. Almost all of it was on the government's dime, GI Bill,
nice.
Tuition assistance, stuff like that. So, I was trying to set myself up for when the time came to get out.
You're smart. You're smart.
I like to think that I made the right decisions. Yeah. I was planning on doing 20 and getting out right then, but the first retirement request I put in was denied. If you can believe that.
Really?
Yeah. No real reason. Just they needed me.
How many total years did you have?
21.
No, so total did you do?
21 years.
You did 21 years?
Yeah. So.
Dang.
Yep. So after they denied that, I'd go back to sea duty, where I was a maintenance master chief for an F-18 squadron. So, but I did when I ended up retiring. The last 4 or 5 months was really focused on retiring and transitioning, getting the family ready to go. We always wanted to come back to Oklahoma. Wasn't really searching too hard, but just kind of casually, and I came across a job posting for. I was using Bradley Morris. They were one of the resources, but I came across a job posting for a maintenance manager. But they don't say what the company is until you actually show that you're interested and want to apply. So once I found out, I was like, oh, Michelin, that's kind of cool. And I didn't know, and they didn't put the location either, just said Oklahoma. So they ended up saying it was Ardmore. I didn't know anything about Ardmore.
You're still there to this day?
Yeah,
huh?
still there to the day. Well, it's only been 3 years.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday was 3 years to the day of my retirement ceremony. So
nice.
That was pretty
So
cool.
What's Bradley Morris?
Bradley Morris is just one of the headhunting firms. They a recruiting firm for, companies will use them, other Lucas, Orion, stuff like that.
Like a temp service in a sense?
Not temp, but they're a headhunting service.
So they find. Yep. Oh, that's cool.
And they specialize placing military vets in companies.
Bradley Morris.
Yep.
That's the name of it. Y'all heard it. Bradley Morris. That's cool.
Yeah, they did me good. So they set me up with all the interview prep for Michelin. Michelin was a client of theirs, so they knew the questions they were going to answer. Mm-hmm. So I did a phone interview was the first step with a guy that was in the Air Force. Funny enough, and that went. I was really nervous.
You should have told him that joke.
Yeah, I wish I'd have known it back then. I was really nervous.
Definitely not got the job.
yeah, probably not. But interview went really good. It just turned into a BS session, really. I mean, once we got past
anybody would like that, right? You're 21 years in the Navy. Like, your pedigree of who you are, being ethical, a good employee. I mean, obviously that shows there.
Yeah. So, and I would say 9 out of 10 retirees or even vets are going to do a much better job than somebody just up off the street. So
110%. And I think that carries in. We'll get into your entrepreneurship, but to highlight on that carries into entrepreneurship and have those ethics that we were taught, hard worker, on time, scheduled, and those things are very important.
It's really just the little things, just, in the military, if you're on time, you're late. Right. If you're early, you're on time, right?
True. So, it drives me absolutely crazy when my wife is not like leaving with the kid. We're loaded up. We're not rolling out 30 minutes early. That way I can make sure I'm 15 minutes prior.
Exactly. I don't get anxiety a lot about things, but when, if we're going on a trip or something and the wife and kids aren't ready, or, you feel like if you're not leaving early, because you never know what's going to happen.
My last name is Early. So, I have to live up to that. That is a thing. I cannot be late when my last name's Early, babe. We got you hit her with the old knife hand. We got to go.
Yep. So, after the phone interview, they invited me for an on-site, came out to Ardmore, and then that went really well, and they offered me the job. So, I think I had the job offer about 3 months before I was actually scheduled to start. So, that actually, it made things a little bit easier to transition out.
Yeah.
And then just really, I just attacked it like I was going to a new duty station. And I was fortunate to work with a retired Air Force guy and another retired Navy guy who was a lieutenant commander. So that actually made it a lot easier. Had those guys not been there, I don't know if I would have lasted the 3 years that I did last. So
that's a pretty good transition, though. You're smart. You set it all up for you to get out and go in there. Obviously, 21 years, you knew that you had the past, to go and get a good job somewhere. You have recently started something new, though.
That's right. So it was funny.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah, it was funny. One of my sailors from the Point Magoo, California days, I used to tell him all the time I was gonna, because he kept on asking me, "What do you?" He would joke with me that I'm a lifer. I was like, "No, I'm getting out. I'm
How was 21 years not life?
30 is what they call life.
Really?
Yeah, all the way to 30. So
God, 4 years seemed like life for me.
Right. Like he's always joking with me. I'm gonna be a lifer. I said, no, I'm getting out at 20. I'm gonna be my own boss. And he's like, well, what are you gonna do? I said, well, I don't really know yet. I said, I'm gonna do something. I'll figure it out. And sure enough, it here in the last month, it's actually come to fruition. And,
so please say your business name.
So,
what do you do? I know you brought me something. I'm super excited about that.
What I do is, I've always had kind of an interest in woodworking, but never really had the space to buy the proper equipment. So when we bought our house in Ardmore, I made sure I had a shop and some land. So funny enough, during the COVID pandemic last year is actually how it got started. We had purchased a CNC machine, but it wasn't very good and it wasn't very accurate, but it kind of gave me some experience. So I found another machine, so I just kind of started messing around, tinkering around, and I made some flags because they're pretty basic, pretty easy, and they're real popular, especially in the veteran community. So
very much so.
I made a couple flags, posted them on Facebook, and people were asking me if I could make them one, and it just kind of started from there.
You're on your way.
On my
Entrepreneurship.
Way. So I started my company's called 2 Star CNC and Woodworks. The 2 Stars is playing on the Master Chief anchor. It has 2 stars on it, so it's kind of one of the nicknames for a Master Chief. So they'll say, "Hey, 2 Stars." So speaking of flags, I did make one for you as a token of appreciation for inviting me on the show.
Bro, that's beautiful. I love it. Right there on the back. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I'm going to get into some more. We definitely got some more to talk about. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Check out my sponsors, Redemption Speed Shop and Jiffy Doctor.
This is Brian Prater, owner of Prater Roofing Construction. Guys, listen, we're out here servicing Oklahoma and surrounding states. Definitely want to pay tribute to the men and women that fought for this country, any patriots. We service everybody. You can reach us at 405-334-7708, and we'd love to come to work for you. Thank you.
Battle on the Homefront. We're back with Kevin. Just presented me this amazing wood flag, and we were talking about it and what we're going to start doing. So every month, Operation Growth, which is our plant therapy for Battle on the Homefront, every month, last Sunday of every month, we're going to be able to present one of these Battle on the Homefront flags to those veterans that are going to attend. We'll have a raffle, giveaways. That's what we do with Battle on the Homefront. Very small thing of what we do there, but we do that a lot and give back. And so now I'm super excited because me as an entrepreneur, and I think it's, and why I push so hard for veteran-owned businesses, and not for the just simple fact that, yes, they wrote that blank check. They should be recognized and cared for. I'm in that sense. And not everybody is like this. I'm one of those. But, you know, these veterans, they're dealing with massive amounts of mental health. And not everybody has these issues, but a lot of veterans are dealing with mental health anyways. And then you throw entrepreneurship on there, and it's like adding a monster to the monster.
Yeah.
Tell me how entrepreneurship has been for you. You gotta love it though, right? Like,
I mean, I love it. Like I was telling you before. So I'm a very conservative person. I'm not a risk taker. Mm-hmm. So being a veteran and having the retirement income to kind of as a safety net, plus my wife has a good job, so that that kind of eases the jump off. But it's been very rewarding. Just being, like I was telling you, I just wanted to be my own boss. I didn't want to really have to answer to anybody but myself and my family and take care of them. So it's been great. It's really just growing it kind of slow, not really looking to stress myself out again. Because that's one of the reasons why I wanted to jump out on my own is kind of do my own thing, not stress myself out. And so I can make it as big as I can make it, or I can just kind of go and just kind of do what I want to do when I want to do it. So
I like your mindset, because I have like my entrepreneurship and all my companies absolutely stress me out because I'm a perfectionist and I'm a grinder, I guess, and it wears me down. There's no doubt about it that I just go so hard that I burn myself out. But that's what's amazing about being your own boss is those 3-4 days I want to take off, I can take those off.
That's right.
And they're all sustainable businesses. They take care of themselves.
Yep.
I got good people behind them, which a mutual friend of ours, Brian Chandler,
Yes.
that introduced us. He runs a lot of my stuff, and he's my director for PR and all of my projects and stuff. But it's rewarding, man. It's really rewarding.
It is, and I don't want to. With wood, you basically get one chance. There's no. It's not like if you're working with metal or something, you could kind of fix that. It's if you make that once you make that cut, it's done.
Have you ever done epoxy wood tables?
No, I haven't.
Dude.
I've seen them. It's kind of a niche market that you kind of have to have a customer that's wanting to look for it.
So I started doing that. Okay, so funny story. I started doing them. This is my second one, really. I did my first one. I had a customer reach out, want one, that's fine. And the proceeds all go back to Battle on the Homefront. And I'm about to pour it. I just got it prepped. I got it in the frame, and I'm petrified, scared to pour it. Like that epoxy, first off, it's so expensive.
Yes.
And like if I mess that up,
Yep.
it's a game over. So if you get into epoxy tables, be careful. It's a nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's I don't know. We'll see.
You ever do epoxy on these?
I haven't.
No.
Just no one. No, I really haven't had any customers ask for it.
Yeah.
So
I got a good place to go if you want to do it. We'll get you hooked up with them. So what are some of the biggest challenges that you've had as an entrepreneur, as going into business for yourself? What are some of your challenges?
So really, because it's only been, I've been kind of doing it, as a hobby, second, just kind of killing time in the evenings, weekends for about a year. But just in the last month, just really not knowing, I don't really know yet. It's still so new and being my full time that I was able to carry some of the orders that I had backlog into it, and so a lot of the promotion of it.
Yeah,
I'm just.
Well,
I'm not a
marketing and all that. So
yeah.
So I have Jekyll Investments, and I told you this outside, but it's a advisory company, and I help mentor and I coach veterans become the CEOs of their own companies. You're already on your way, but let me know, bro.
Okay.
I would love to work with you in any way possible. If you need guidance on anything, for the 5 businesses I own, I've had just as many of those fail.
Yeah.
But I learned all my lessons the hard way, and I've been like that in my whole life. So I definitely can help you and just give you some of my pointers of what I did wrong.
Okay.
I absolutely. First off, if you need help with marketing, I know the perfect place right here, SMG.
Yeah.
I can tell you that right now. This is not bad.
Yeah,
I mean,
great.
this is just the shit.
Yeah.
This is top notch up here, what they do. And they are all about veteran-owned businesses. And I know this for a fact because they work with me. And I know what they do for starting companies and to help and promote marketing. It's amazing what they do.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely make sure you get linked up with Josh here at SMG and get you taken care
Sounds
of.
great.
Tell me about Warriors.
So,
tell me about Warriors.
Really, so one of the big jump off points for me was the Warriors ice hockey team that I am now a part of. The president of the organization contacted me last summer and wanted to buy some flags to raffle off at a hockey game. I said, "Oh man, I used to play hockey," and so then he told me about the Warriors ice hockey team. So it's a USA Hockey sanctioned organization that is all about helping veterans. It's a place for veteran camaraderie. It's strictly made up of veterans, both active duty, reservists, and veterans like myself,
cool.
Retired people that did their 4 or whatever years and got out. So this weekend we actually we're hosting our inaugural tournament here in Oklahoma City.
One.
Yeah, we have teams from St. Louis, Nebraska, and Dallas coming to play this weekend, and it's all 4 teams are disabled veterans.
Awesome. I know Barrage Coffee will be out there. this week giving away free coffee as well.
And I have flags that I made donated that they're going to be raffling off. So one for each branch, and then one of the actual Oklahoma Warriors.
I love it. I think there's really I know I got some massive opportunities to help you grow your business as well. With Battle on the Homefront, we utilize so many different veteran nonprofits. We have them on the show as well, and we highlight what they're doing and talk about them. But I think to partner with a lot of them, and I know they're looking for this kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's a win-win for everybody. It's a win-win for you. It's for them, and to be able to give them a product for them to donate or to raffle.
Yep.
To do that, it's massive. What got you into hockey though?
So Wyoming isn't really a hotbed for hockey, but
Yeah.
I want to say my freshman year, there was a few guys that played hockey in college, and they were trying to get something going in my hometown, and so I can't remember the exact year, but I want to say that summer from my freshman to sophomore year in high school, we had some land donated for a rink, so we ended up building a rink, and so I was actually on the ground floor of the hockey in Riverton, Wyoming, and now it's growing into it's a major sport there in the wintertime. The rink isn't even what we built anymore. They got a Zamboni, air conditioning and everything, and the various age group teams there have actually won state championships. So it was just a sport that I enjoyed watching on TV. It was different. So that's just kind of how it started. And I played rec league in Jacksonville, Florida, and here I played for the Tinker Hawks back in 03, 04. And then when we left Oklahoma, I really didn't play again until I think I joined back in September, October is when I joined on with the Warriors. My first game back after almost a 15-year absence was a tournament up in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Bet you felt that the next day.
I felt that for about the next 2 months.
Hey, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. Check out our sponsors, Car Deal OK and Green Mesa Dispensary. Battle on the Homefront, we're back. Kevin, I need to know, is Brian Chandler as good at hockey as he says he is?
Well, I don't want to talk crap about anybody.
It's okay,
but,
he's not
but,
watching. He don't ever watch the show anyways.
Being from the New York state, everything, those guys always think they're better at everything than everybody else. So, but he's pretty good.
Yeah,
he's pretty good.
He's
one
a
of the
good guy.
guys. Yep.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
So what does somebody need to do and I know for him, I see him almost every day, and he's always talking about the hockey league and that. And I know it's a form of therapy for him. I know it is because he even coaches up there.
Yep.
I went and watched him coach. That guy's amazing. But what does someone have to do to get involved with that?
So probably the first place to start would be we have a Facebook page, Oklahoma Warriors Ice Hockey Association. So just search up on Facebook on that, and that'd probably be a good starting point. Blazers Ice Center is where we hold practices, and quite a few of the team members work there. Our equipment manager, he works up there. The vice president, he works up there. Really talking to anybody at Blazers could get you pointed in the right direction.
And the Warriors League, they basically help supply you with your pad skates.
That's right.
I mean, set you up.
So say if you want to come in, somebody with no experience, doesn't matter if you played semi-pro, whatever. If you're a vet, you're always welcome. And if you're just coming off the street, you just want to give it a try, we do have kind of a locker of loaner gear for people that don't have gear and just want to try it out. So
that's cool. There's do you get a break when you're skating and you're doing your thing? Do you lose all the stresses? Do you?
Oh, definitely.
New entrepreneurship you're in?
Yeah, it's definitely a stress relief. And it's all about the team. We're
camaraderie.
All there. Yeah, camaraderie.
I say that all the time. I truly believe that. I mean, that's one of the main reasons, along with a lot of things. But I think why we lose so many brothers and sisters to suicide and pharmaceutical deaths is definitely that loss of camaraderie, the mission, the purpose, and I think sports like this and things like this is powerful.
Yeah, and it actually helps me because being in Ardmore, it's not a real big veteran population down there. So, once a week or once every couple of weeks during practice, I get to kind of get back into the military community, veteran community, and just get that camaraderie that I don't normally get on a daily basis just because I'm a little bit further out. So, and it is different. It's a different feeling because I'm also on an adult hockey team. Although a lot of them are veterans too, but it's not the same as being on the Warriors.
On the full blown vet. Yeah. I can imagine that. I don't ever think civilians can experience that camaraderie. And I think that it carries into some professions, first responders. Yeah. I can understand that camaraderie, especially police officers. Yeah. That's a dangerous environment. Yeah. Firefighting, EMTs in a sense maybe. I don't know. But I think there's definitely a love and just camaraderie that cannot be broken from the service. Right. It's like we was all in that club. Yes. You all embrace the suck together. Yep. And I think when you link back up and you can have that, I think that's definitely a way to combat veteran suicide.
Definitely.
And supporting organizations like that is very important. And we get Kyle on the show too. He's the president of the show, right?
Yes.
Kyle, holler at me, man. What's up, dude? So we need to get him on the show and see how we can support him as well. And I do know that Barrage Coffee will be out there at the tournaments giving away free coffee as well. So make sure y'all go support the Warriors. Barrage Coffee is going to be supporting them. Come out and get free coffee. I mean, who doesn't love free stuff? So
nobody. Only crazy people.
No doubt. Well, man, plug away. Please give your website, your Facebook.
So I do have a website is www.2starcncandwoodworks.com. It's kind of in its infancy, not a whole lot there, but my Facebook page, same name. That's kind of where I can be reached the easiest if anybody would be interested in placing an order, talking to me about something. I can do almost anything. Working on shadow boxes, coin holders, flags, concealment cases.
I need to get a coin holder.
Excellent. I can help you out with that.
I will buy one. Yeah, man. I want to support you, and I think it's important to support veteran entrepreneurs. I mean, I truly believe that in every aspect. I think everybody else should as well. And I'm grateful. I'm thankful that you're on the show, man, and I look forward to our friendship and definitely our partnership with your business and Battle on the Homefront and what we can do.
Thank you. I appreciate you bringing me on, buddy.
See you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the pledge of allegiance on the 4th of July. It's the handwritten letters from home. It's the sleepless nights alone. Newborn baby you left at your wife. It's the red, white, and blue. Lay down his life. It's the red, white, and blue. While these stars in the stripe. From the hills of Indiana, from the swamp to